we know Malcolm and who? What is it? Malcolm and Marie, right?
Malcolm and Marie, yeah.
Yeah. Lord.
Marie and Malcolm. Them.
First of all, this is the second movie that I've seen that there's been only like basically two characters. The one I saw before this was, I think, Kerry Washington with her son. With it was like a racial kind of thing.
I didn't watch that. I did not watch that, but I know what you're talking about.
And some people really don't like.
And it was her white husband, and they were like
exactly.
and all that charged up. Okay, got you. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. I think it's very effective. You know, movie styles like that. I think it's very effective for the viewer because, first of all, you can just focus on these two characters and what's going on, and you don't get lost. Like, oh, so. No, it's just these two characters. That's it. Some people think it's
two characters, one house. That's it.
Mm-hmm. So, what did you think?
And it was in black and white. Where the one with Kerry Washington, it was in color. So I felt like the contrast of that too. It made you not even look at anything else but the facts and what they were talking about. Because even when things are in color, you get distracted. I didn't even think about that. Whenever something is in black and white, to me, you're only looking at listening because there's nothing to distract me. Even with the mac and cheese, I wasn't even paying attention to anything. I could hear it, of course, but I wasn't paying attention to what it looked like. All of that because they're trying to say it wasn't important.
How could you not pay attention to that?
No, I saw it, but I'm just saying I wasn't looking at the box. I wasn't looking at nothing. I was just like, yeah, that is mac and cheese. I see how they're trying to make this like important. But I wasn't looking at, oh shit, how much butter she put in there? I wasn't paying attention to any of that extra stuff like I normally do in movies because it was in black and white. Because it made you think about, the contrast of the characters, not so much of what they had on and all this extra stuff. And I know that movie, exactly. And I know that movie had to be not super cheap to make, but they have a lot of different costume changes. Denzel's son wanted same thing the whole movie. Zendaya, she had a little dress on, then she put on a little tank top. Then she was in the bathtub for about 40 minutes. So
bedroom or in the kitchen. So they shot in one location. Didn't need much,
That part.
You didn't. I mean, lighting was important because you want to still get the contrast with within the scene. But yeah, it was pretty simple. Straight to the point and very toxic. Very, very toxic.
So toxic.
I
think that was the consensus.
When it opened up, I was like, okay, I was trying to understand like what the heck is going on. This whole scene, the way it's set up, he comes in and it's like just starts speaking. It's like you have nothing happened. They didn't show anything before, so there's no like setup to what's happening here. He just started talking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But then as he started speaking, like, oh, okay, he's just seeing from a view. Okay, all right, we get it. So that was kind of interesting how they just opened it up, just like out of nowhere, bam, here we go, fall into drama. And it was just weird. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
But again, from the when he started speaking, I'm like, I was like, he's abusive. He's abusive. Just from the way he was just. If you just come from something like it's supposed to be a big night of your life, you would think again after he started speaking, like there'd be some joy in the air, but it just seemed like he was angry. He was just angry, and then
very
girl. And as they
and even with their back and forth, it was like
I felt sorry, even though it was a character. I felt sorry for her, but then it's like I can it's. Even though it's a movie, it's very realistic because I mean I can say that I've been in circumstances similar.
Yeah, same here. Where you going for the jugular. You like, you know what? Okay, you want to take it there? We're gonna go there. We gonna stand up now? All right. Well, let's stand up then. So every time they kept going, I was like, ooh. It was like everybody, I don't care who has watched this movie, everybody can look at this and go, I done, yeah. And if you haven't, God bless you, my child. God bless you. But not saying it's gonna happen to you, but everybody's been in that. Watch it. You've been in some aspect of it. Yeah. it's like, oh my God. But to watch it, it was like, damn. Like, and I guess that's the biggest thing is she just wanted to be seen. And I think a lot of people in relationships, you want to be seen by your partner. You want to be respected, validated.
Right.
You just do. A lot of people say, I don't need to be that validated. Nobody got it. At the end of the day, yes, you do. Everybody want to be loved at the end of the day. Everybody wants respect at the end of the day. And everybody wants to feel appreciated. She was like, hey, you didn't thank me. That's the main thing she said. It wasn't like you was looking at other bitches. She said you
didn't thank me.
Didn't thank me.
Look how something
me.
so minor.
I wash your drawers. Yeah.
Look at all of what happened just because he didn't say thank you.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all she wanted. He didn't even have to say, and thank you, Marie, for being an addict and your story. She was like, hold up. You didn't even have to go after that, even though you took that. But I'm going to let you have that. You could at least say, and baby, thank you.
Thank you.
You know what you do. When you do what you do. That part, exactly. He could have just alluded to that. Something funny, girl. You know, yeah, you make that mac and cheese, girl. You know how you do that when you do that. Like, he could have said anything, but to say nothing.
But the part
nothing. Absolutely not.
The part that got me is when, he I don't know. It just, I mean, they both went at each other, but I don't know. I just felt his so much more. I just felt his so much.
I did too. And I think it's because we're women. Like, maybe we were just like, oh, how dare you?
Not to say how she did was right either. Not saying how she was right either.
Exactly. Because once I heard more about her story, I said, whoa, you was fucking his friends. Oh, whoa.
Exactly.
Hold up. You was stealing that shit? Oh, girl, you got to relax. What was you doing? Even though that doesn't warrant all types of verbal abuse, because they were both verbally abusing each other.
Both of them.
If you think about it, they were both going for the jugular. Like, I mean, they kept jabbing. It was the jabbing awards. I was like, oh my God, somebody is going to bleed out. Like, ew, it was too much. But people do this every day, which is the scary thing.
Right.
And they think it's totally fine.
They think it's healthy, and that's what they've come accustomed to.
And some people feed off of it. That's true. And they think that is normal.
I feel that's how he was, when he first was saying like how, I'm the one that took you out of here. I was the one that helped you go through rehab. I'm the one. I was like, Nigga. It's like throwing all the stuff you did for her, you throwing it back in her face. Like, really? Yeah, that, That,
I can't do them type of people. I can't do them type of people. If it wasn't for me type of people. I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
So anything you do for me, you go throw it back in my. I think that's where I was triggered at. Because this movie can trigger you in a lot of ways. But I think I was triggered aspect, that whole and if it wasn't for me, I said, I almost threw up on some of them scenes. Because I was like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Ew.
Right.
And if it wasn't for her, your ass wouldn't eat every day. Like, it was like, so people like to do a lot of tit for titty. And it's like, do you have to really have it? Yeah, but does it have to be all the way up here? Like, you helped her get in rehab, so her cooking for you don't really matter. Like,
he's not equivalent. It's not equivalent.
It's not equivalent. Nutrition is not equivalent to, it's like, what? But people in the heat of arguments, and I guess, I mean, when she went for the jugular talking about, hey, you're not creative at all. Your ass don't do shit, but still, I was like, oh God. So I guess he was like, I got to go for something.
But my whole thing is, it said that a lot of truth is said when in anger. And that was a whole lot of anger. And I guess, some people, again, it's a show. I get it's a movie. But, in real relationships like that, a lot of people who think that type of behavior is healthy, they'll go through all of that, have sex, and then it's like nothing ever happened. It's like, ooh, we made up.
Yes, that's what baffles me.
Because that's what was going on. It was about to happen in the movie. And I'm like,
so What did the
Yeah. Some people's like, oh, they like that because it's made good
a couple times. And then she'd be like, you know what, get off of me. I don't want that type of sex. I'm sorry, I don't get off on that type of sex.
A lot of people do.
It's exhilarating, but then I'm still mad. I'm still pissed after. I'm still like, you know what? And by the way,
go right back.
Let's talk about what I wanted to say earlier.
Back up.
Before the boinging. Thank you so much. Exactly. I don't get how, and you're right, how after the boinging takes place, everything is just done, and you shelve it until another time when you take it off of the shelf.
It's
and
all
it's
over
like,
again.
no, our relationship is not a non-perishable item. This isn't it. I don't want to put it on the shelf. I don't want to do that. But yeah, a lot of people do that, and I feel like everybody needed to see this. Everybody. A lot of people were saying it wasn't good, and it was toxic, and it's like, is it because it's like
you thought you seeing yourself in it and it's making you upset?
Exactly. Are you Malcolm or Marie?
Everybody, I think everyone that in a relationship or who has been can find a piece of themselves in that movie. Something, you know, out of one of them characters is you. It's you. It's you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but
that's true. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I had to rate it on a scale,
which one did you feel like was you? Not you per se, but how you've been in your past, or you get with the question I'm asking.
Marie.
Okay. Yeah. I feel the same.
I had to really think for a minute. The characters went crazy. Yeah.
I feel the same. How do you handle conflict in relationships normally?
It depends. It depends. It depends.
Okay. Yes, for talking things out for sure. But if you were in this situation of the Malcolm and Marie, you didn't feel appreciated, what would you do?
I would have probably kept it inside and just congratulate them, baby. Oh, you did great. It's your night, blah, blah, blah. And then something would have happened after. And I think then, boom, I would have, hit the roof, brought up that. Yeah. Yeah.
You said, boom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a good thing, but yeah, that's what, yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have done the same, but I feel as though as I get older, and I'm doing this a lot more often because growing up, I would suppress a lot of things. So now I'm getting used to saying exactly how I feel, and it could be any time. And honestly, I probably would have done a Marie. Now, I wouldn't have done it right then at your grand opening, grand closing. I wouldn't have interrupted you at that time. I'd have been nice and nasty. Thank you. Okay, baby, are you ready to go? And then we get back to the house. Yes, it would have been a Marie situation. But I wouldn't have been making no mac and cheese. Fuck that. No, wouldn't have been no mac and cheese made. I'd have said, excuse me. So you gonna thank everybody but me. We'd have got to the nitty and the gritty. We would have been making no mac and cheese. We would have been talking back and forwards. No, it would have been none of that. I'd have got right to it. I think that's how I am now. And sometimes that's not healthy because it's a time and a place for everything. But I feel as though when you sit on something and you let it marinate for so long, the person thinks that it's fine. So a week later, they're going to be like, why are you bringing that up? Why you didn't say that then?
Yeah, that is true.
So yeah, I agree. I'm a Marie. Definitely.
On a scale from 1 to 5, what would you rate this movie?
1 to 5. I'm gonna give it, I say a 3.5. It wasn't terrible.
Okay.
It wasn't fantastic. Would I watch it again? No. I mean, I watch clips on YouTube just randomly, but no, I'm not gonna go back and watch this movie. I'm just not. It's not. No, I'm not gonna go watch it again. Not because it was bad, but just some movies you've seen and it's just a lot that you like. Whoo! I don't need to see that again, honey. It's fresh. It's right here. But yeah, a 3.5. And I thought their chemistry, I believed it. I can say that. Yes. It didn't seem like, why in the world is Zendaya with John David? That don't make no damn sense. But it made sense to me. It was like, Okay, they got good little chemistry here and there. Hmm.
That's the same for me. Three, yeah, that's the same for me. Not something I would watch again because it is a lot, and it's very memorable. So I don't need to. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Whoever wrote it, directed, and produced, good job. It's right here. We got it. Done. Thank you. That was that. I really enjoyed, I think my biggest takeaway that I enjoyed from the movie was when she did her monologue at the end of what he should be thanking her for. Because a lot of times your partner does not know what you need or what you even want to be appreciated for. Because a lot of times you just think, oh, she's there or whatever, and you take your partner for granted. I like that. And also when she had the knife and she was doing her audition
That I was like,
for him, I thought that was great.
he was like,
I thought,
where's the pills? Where's the? I was like, oh, she about to OD in front of him again? What the hell?
and then when she would laugh and talk about, I fucked your friends. I didn't even care. Yeah, you know, went through a different type of training. I'm not used to this today. Girl, okay, you grown. Okay, got it.
Oh,
I think it was good seeing John David in a different kind of light too. He was kind of more light in this movie, even though it was a heavy movie. He was a little lighter because everything I've seen him in, he's so. And next we're gonna do so and so. Like he's very boop boop boop. But in this one, he was dancing, and I liked it. He was more light, even though, like I said, this movie was pretty heavy. It was more light to see him like that. So,
anything else you want to add?
no, I think that's it for me. Down below in the comment section, I'd love to know what did you guys think of Malcolm and Marie, and also on Netflix. What are you guys watching? Because this is a new series that we're going to do. We always get on the phone and talk about what we're watching. And one day we were just like, how about we just do this on camera? Let's just do this. So I felt like that would be cool. So if there's anything you want us to check out, post it down below and you just might get a shout out and we just might watch your recommendation. So we'll see you in the next one. I always say peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. You carry it out in your way too, because our viewers are going to be like, merged, which I think is really cool.
Well, for me, I just be like, I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, see, Sam has always been so, okay, let's wrap this shit up. Thank y'all. Good night.